had a little piece of napkin or something got stuck to my lip gloss. Hey y'all, hey y'all. But my wine is saved. It's hump day, people. It's hump day. It's hump day. It's hump day. It's hump day, people. It's Wednesday. Yes, we have made it here to the middle of the week. And I'm outside enjoying the breeze. And the wind is blowing my notes all over and all through my hair. It's making me feel sexy inside. Making me feel like this is a great day to masturbate on a Wednesday. Yes, take in the breeze, sip the wine. But people, it's Wednesday, it's hump day, and yes, it's your girl Brooke, your favorite, pleasure boss, your favorite bedroom candy consultant, your girl who got all the tea, who come here every Wednesday with her shenanigans, her sex tips, right? Her wine, her permission to give you to do naughty things like touch yourself and touch others and touch places of your body that you haven't touched in a long time. So yes, I am here. It's your girl Brooke. And I got my wine. Thank you for giving me permission to drink wine on yet another Wednesday. I enjoy it. I love it so much. So, it's Wednesday. It's hump day, people. We're here. And today, I got some tips for y'all as always. So, if you checked out the title, I am sharing 3 tips with you to help you get lucky in the bedroom this March. So, St. Patrick's Day is next Wednesday. And if you haven't joined the raffle, you still have time because I'm joining that raffle on next Wednesday for St. Patrick's Day. So if you haven't joined the raffle, you can enter the raffle. It's only $5 for a spot, and all you have to do is Cash App $ The Pleasure Boss on Cash App. That's my tag. So hey, I just threw that out there just in case. So make sure y'all grab y'all raffle tickets, but we moving right on into today's tips because I have 3 for you, and that's to help you get lucky in the bedroom this March. So people, tip number 1, okay? Make sure y'all tag a friend like this. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs these tips for March. So tip number 1 is to dive into the Kama Sutra. So some of you may be familiar with Kama Sutra. Some of you may not be familiar with Kama Sutra. That's something that you can definitely Google. You can find a lot of stuff on Google on Kama Sutra. But what I will say is, switching up things in your relationships is the key to having a fun and healthy sex life. So I challenge you to try a new position every month this year, right? So it's March. You got a couple of more months, and if you're one person that is comfortable always doing the same thing, maybe what you feel is your favorite sex position, then I definitely challenge you out there to look into Kama Sutra, right? To find more exciting ways to explore with your partner, to be more open and honest with your partner about experiencing new things, and to definitely, challenge yourself to try a new position every month this year. Because, hey, it's 2021, right? And if we're not having the best sex of our lives in 2021, when in the hell are we going to start doing it, people? Okay? So, tip number 1 was to dive into Kama Sutra. We're going to slide right on in to tip number 2. Right. So, tip number 2 is I challenge you to cut out quickies just for a little while, maybe for 2 weeks this month, right? Because, I'm a girl who always talk about a quickie, how I love quickies, how I think quickies are great, that you can get it in the morning, right? You can get it on your lunch break. It's something you can do before the night shift. It's something you can do in between the kids. quickies are great. And it is a great way for us to connect with our partners, especially when we on limited time schedules. However, this month, in the month of March, I challenge you to cut out quickies just for a little while, right? Because all those quickies are, great and fun, right? And beneficial for our time frames. Sex is much more erotic and enjoyable when you are willing to take the time to invest in your partner's pleasure, right? So, when you actually take the time to invest not in your pleasure, but in someone else's pleasure, it changes up the experience. It helps you connect more with your partner, right? And it allows you to humble yourself, especially in a sexual state. Because some of us go into the bedroom only thinking about our pleasure, our orgasms, what can our partner do for us, and who's going to initiate the sex, right? But whenever you are taking time to enjoy each other and explore in a more erotic way and take more time to invest in the other person's pleasure, then, sex for you becomes more of a connection, a body and soul connection. And you become, you are able to heighten your intimacy experiences with your partner. So, especially for people who may be married or in long-term relationships, this is one thing that I would challenge you to do this month. Is to, just for a couple of weeks, hey, if it's only 7 days, cut out the quickies and have more deep and meaningful sex explorations together. Okay? So, if you're just joining me, I'm giving you 3 tips on how to help you get lucky in a bedroom this March. So, tip number 1 was dive into Kama Sutra. So, again, some people may have tried this. They definitely have books on Kama Sutra that you can find right in the bookstore. You can purchase some things on Amazon. And you can also find some things on Google. So I don't necessarily have to teach you about Kama Sutra, but I'm here to challenge you to experience different sexual positions. I'm here to challenge you to do one new sex position every month. I'm here to challenge you to be open and honest with your partners about the type of sexual experiences you would like to have. So, we all desire to have certain things. So why not create a safe zone with your partner to talk about these things? So that's tip number 1. We're going right on into tip number 2. If you missed it, we were talking about, cutting out quickies. Now, I'm not saying forever because I'm a girl who loves quickies. Yes, this is indeed because, we have children. We're trying to get it before work. I like to get it on like a lunch break. But when we're thinking about having sex and building these deep connections with our partners, especially if we're in long-term relationships, then we definitely need to create a space and time to have, these long drawn out sexual experiences, something that's more erotic and more enjoyable, where we actually don't focus on our own pleasure, but on our partner's pleasure, right? So what does it feel like and what does it look like when you are focused on your partner's pleasure, right? So think about that today and, kind of bring that into your bedroom this weekend. What does it look like to you whenever you focus on your partner's pleasure, right? Whenever you put your pleasure on the back burner and you say, hey, I'm going to humble myself. I'm not going to worry about getting an orgasm. I'm going to come into the bedroom and I'm going to see how many orgasms I can give my partner before I can even give or receive one from my partner. So that's your challenge, to, hey, cut out the quickies at least for a week or two and have more long, drawn-out sex experiences. So, our last tip of the day, because I'm not going to keep you long, hey, is tip number 3. And tip number 3 is actually one of my favorite tips. I was so excited to write this tip down because, I think y'all going to like tip number 3 just as much as me. And, hey, St. Patrick's Day is next weekend. And if you can find a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, why not create the type of sex that you desire in your life, in your bedroom? So, tip number 3 for today, and the last tip is to create a sex menu. I'm gonna sip some wine on that. I just like the way that rolled off my tongue, right? Create a sex menu. So, just like, we go to the restaurant and we like to pick certain stuff off the menu. We want an appetizer that kind of get us right, that do our stomach and our belly good, our palate's nice, right? Before we go into our main course, and it's like, yeah, we want that main course. That's that toe curling main course that so succulent in your mouth, so delicious, mouth watering, give you like a mouthgasm, right? And then we want that dessert. Yes, the dessert that tops it all off. Yes, give me something creamy. Give me something sweet. Have a little core in it. Yes, yes. Send my taste buds up to the next level, right? So even when we're thinking about looking at a menu at a restaurant, there's certain things that you want to try on an appetizer. There's certain things that you want to have as a main course. There's certain things that you want to eat and indulge in for dessert. So what I challenge you to do, right, this March is to create a sex menu. Why can we not have these same type of options when we talk about sex? Ding, ding, ding. Yes, drink some wine. So, each partner gets an opportunity to create this sex menu. So, each partner will write down 3 sexual acts that they would like to do as an appetizer. You will write down 3 sexual acts that you would like to do as a main course, right? And then you will write down 3 sexual acts that you would like to do as dessert. So, I gave you an example on the next page of what a sex menu could look like. I wrote it down because I write down all my notes, right? So, when we think about creating a sex menu, this could definitely be anything you want to put on here. However you like to have sex, whatever you want to explore on your menu, you can definitely put it on here. I'm going to give you an example of a menu. So, for an appetizer, right? Foot massage, right? You would love to give your partner a foot massage as an appetizer, right? We all know, there's certain pressure points in the foot that'll just have you going, wow, right? Who doesn't like foot play, right? A nice foot massage to honor yourself, right? For an appetizer. What about being blindfolded as an appetizer, right? Blindfold me as an appetizer. Even feed me strawberries and tell me sweet nothings in my ear while I'm blindfolded and you take off one of my senses, right? That can be an appetizer on your sex menu. Another thing that can be an appetizer on a sex menu is, your partner saying, ooh, I would love to suck on your nipples, right, for an appetizer before I get into the main course of devouring or indulging into your sweet nectar, right? I know I'm making this sound sexy because it's Wednesday. It's hump day. I'm supposed to make it sound a little sexy. Come on. So, each partner, right, get to choose 3 sexual acts that they would love to do as an appetizer. Then you move on to choosing 3 sexual acts that you would love to do as a main course. So this could be oral sex. This could be anal sex. This could be experiencing playing with a toy or a vibrator in the bedroom. This could be adding, some let's say some sex swings and things like that into the bedroom, right? So, and then because we're not just gonna leave dinner without dessert, so we still have 3 sexual acts that we would love to do, right? That we can add to our sexual menu for dessert. So we're talking about, maybe I like a little spanking as a dessert. That's a nice little treat, a little spanking, right? Maybe it's a nice back massage. Maybe we just experience a nice main course and now we want to go into relaxing. So we give each other a nice back massage, right? Another thing for dessert could be cuddling. Could be cuddling together and just, warming up in each other's arms and just enjoying the fact that we just had this great appetizer of, a foot massage. And then, we went into the main course of oral sex and anal sex and playing with a vibrator. And then we went into dessert where we had a little spanking. And then we ended with a nice back massage. And then we laid in each other's arms and cuddled. So, I was giving you 3 tips, yes, on how to help you get lucky in the bedroom this month. If you miss any of these tips, catch the playback. Tip number 1 was dive into Kama Sutra. Tip number 2 was to cut out the quickies this month, at least for a little while, maybe a week. And then have more long, drawn out, erotic, sexual experiences together, right? And tip number 3, which was the last tip of the day, was to create a sex menu. And I talked about how you love a good menu when you go into a restaurant. And even when we're having dinner with our partners in a sexual way, we definitely can create a sex menu. So, get a little appetizer, get a little main course, and don't forget the dessert. So, I shared 3 great tips with you today, on how you can, get lucky in the bedroom this March. And of course, next week, somebody's going to be winning that raffle. So if you haven't joined the raffle, all you got to do is cash at me at $thepleasureboss.com. Oh, Lord, I'm giving the website. $thepleasureboss on Cash App. Yes. And I will give you a spot. You can pick your number right here on Facebook. And, next week, I will be drawing a winner. So, until next time, people, I hope y'all enjoyed today's Hump Day tips. Again, share with a friend. I love sharing this information with everybody so, you can get your freak on. Go get your freak on. Get your freaky freak on. Right? So, it's Wednesday. I give you permission to go get your freak on. Even if you don't have a partner, you have these, right? So get your freak on with yourself. If you have never explored your own body, then how can you tell somebody how to explore your body in a way that you desire? So, go get freaky with yourself. Enjoy yourself. Have some self-pleasure. Spread the love all around. It's Hump Day. Until next time, make me proud. Get to humping. And tell a friend they need a hump too. I'm going to sip my wine and prepare for my self-pleasure myself. So, until next week, I'll have next week's tips. And I'll have this wine. So, hey, it'll be a good time. So, bye, y'all. Get to humping. Get to humping, people. Bye.